Happening right now, Russia is zeroing in on Ukraine's capital, and our next guest is describing the grueling reality of day-to-day life in Kyiv right now. In a piece for The Atlantic, Ukrainian journalist Veronika Melkoserova writes, quote, "Every night I close my eyes thinking I might be next on Putin's death toll list. Westerners would rather help Ukraine with weapons and money, but stand aside. People in these countries are scared of World War III. I understand the fear, but don't you understand that World War III may have already arrived?" Veronika Melkoserova joins us now from Kyiv. Veronika, it's great seeing you again. What did you mean when you say World War III may have already arrived?
I meant that the thing is, if the war does not come to your land, it doesn't mean it's not going on anywhere else. And just like I used to watch the horrible war in Syria and thinking it's not my war, or like the war in Georgia, I also thought it's not my war, and I did not think about it at all, mostly. But then war came to my land, and it's another feeling. The reality has drastically changed, and here in Ukraine, we feel that the World War III already started. The thing is, I think that Mr. Adam Schiff, who was before me, he said that all the West can do is to keep sanctioning Russia and keep providing weapons to Ukraine. Yes, it doesn't help Ukrainian people now, but it's the all we can do, he said. I think that this is the same as NATO is protecting itself with a shield, and everyone else who's behind the shield on the other side is not NATO's problem. And I think it is wrong, because if Putin's get away with all what he did to Ukraine, other dictators will follow. You will see the great division of Europe, of other countries again. This is why I think that the World War III has already started.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, I mean, you understand, members of Congress can see this and say, well, we can help this, but they're thinking of the greater geopolitical, geomilitary realities. But the fact is that when the war comes to you, as you say, Veronika, it changes things. And I'm just wondering, what values on human life are those that must be completely respected, and some that, well, you guys are behind the wall and you don't qualify,
Mm-hmm. I would say that in all American movies, for example, that we watched here in Ukraine, we love them very much. It's always the same thing. Friendship is going to win. If you have friends, you're going to win. Evil will be punished. However, when things come to reality, it's not like that. It's people in NATO who are protected, who managed to get into NATO on time, and now they are really protected by the alliance, by the Article 5, and there are others who are not that important as those who are already in NATO. I understand that it might be our fault too, because Ukraine is a corrupt country and used to be a corrupt country, although we have been trying to fight the corruption. However, I know that other countries also have corruption, but they got into this elite club that is now protected and doesn't want to provoke Russia in any way. And I think if this club doesn't want to provoke Russia in any way, what will happen if Russia attacks, for example, Lithuania next or Poland next? Will they also be thinking for a month or at least 3 weeks before they do anything that might actually provoke Russia? Yeah, so it's
Veronika, very quickly,
all of us are
when
equal.
we spoke recently, I asked about your lovely grandmother. How is she? And I know you're still with your family. How are you all doing?
Very emotional. We had a fight recently because she was asking us to leave her behind. Then she felt sick because there is like a shortage of medicine she needs. But now she's okay. She's at home because we have 48-hour curfew right now, as our authorities told us that a very dangerous moment approached to the city. That's all we know for now. But my granny is a strong woman. She was born in the year when the World War II ended. So she says that the older you are, the easier it is to bear all what's happening now in Ukraine.
Veronika Melkosarova, thank you for being with us. Let's keep in touch. And please say hello to your grandma for us. Thanks.
Okay.